and doing it differently. And then, at the end of the day, a lot of debate in town. The country is going through a lot of questions. But, certain things just pegged me in plenary yesterday. And one of the things that we don't do as public officials is to kind of interact with the public to see if the view of the public can help you better prepare yourself, for a debate or for an issue. And, in any case, at this point in time, I normally, wouldn't do that, but we're evolving. Things are evolving, we're developing, we're trying to change the way we interact instead of, the bravado, or you go, you think yourself. So this time, I want us to talk about some things, One of the things I want to talk about is, yesterday, the House of Representatives, we kind of debated, the issue of the threshold. And a few things, I have a certain view, and I wanted to share that view with you as to what I think are the real problem and how we can, develop public opinion around it and see how we can, I'm sure this is an important question for the country. The House of Representatives is contemplating increasing or recommending the increment in the number of seats to be allotted to each county. And I kind of, caught myself while in the debate. It's like, is this our role? Are we supposed to say this county carry this number of seats? Is that what the Constitution said? So, I took my time, I asked myself some questions, and I thought that maybe we can talk about it tonight. I'm looking at your views, so it'll help me to understand, maybe I can, use your opinions to build, my view around how we should deal with this, how we should deal with this, and it will be very helpful. At the end of the day, we are doing our best to get around that. Go back. I'm live, and I wanted to, sorry about that, and I wanted to make sure that, the public understands what we are about to do, and that they can be fully informed about the repercussion of the decision we as lawmakers are about to make. And then so that you don't get up one morning and realize that we have made some decision again. And for some of us who are now accustomed to, standing up or saying no to this issue, it's like the legislature is the problem. And unfortunately, if you become a legislator, it looks like no matter your position on issue, you still get to, be accused of being a legislator and therefore being responsible for the decision of your colleagues. So I thought to bring it around you. What are the issues? For me, there are two issues, and I want to share my view with you, and then so that I can why I listen out to your view. One is when I read the Constitution, then I listened to the issues being debated in the chambers of the House of Representatives. I concluded immediately, from this morning that, we clearly seem to have missed something. And what have we missed? The Constitution, that is Article 30, say our responsibility as per Article 80D is that we set the threshold. We set the threshold. Now, when they say set the threshold, it means you the legislature can say this is how many individual per district should be established. That is our job. Because the Constitution, after authorizing the legislature to set the threshold per constituency, like I'm in District 7, Nimbakati, and the legislature can say there must be 50,000 to make, you must have 50,000 people to make an electoral district. So therefore, we are either within the range or we are outside the range. When you do that, then you finish your job. Because if you come to Article 80E, that article goes a little further to say once D has been satisfied, which is 50,000 per electoral district, the Constitution itself, when it was being formulated, set it at 20 minimum. Now it says every 10 years you recount, several things can happen. One, more people can move from, say, Grand Jide to come to Nimba, or from Nimba to Grand Jide. And the reason why the threshold is being reset every 10 years is that once the population has been, the census has taken place, the legislature looks at the census report and say, okay, we have more people. So from now on, we are going to set the threshold, say, at 75,000. It means any county that does not have 75% in it, that county is not supposed to have more than one representative. It's the law. If you have 300,000 people, it means you are entitled to 4 representatives. So what the Election Commission is authorized by the Constitution to do is to say, okay, Election Commission, you now apportion the seat. But what I saw my colleagues doing, and which I'm afraid will run us again into trouble with the Constitution. And I'm kind of worried that, if it is not due process, is whether or not the legislature has power of its own, void of the Constitution, or now whether we have power to say we apportion seats. That power was given to the Election Commission by the Constitution in Article 80E. So once that happened, in my mind, it allows us to understand. So I'm trying my best to explain to my colleagues that no. We cannot say how many lawmakers should go to. We can't continue to compromise our laws. We have our children, we have young people. We make it difficult even for judges to do their work when we make everything political. When we say, oh, it's political, it's a political decision. The legislature is no, we are not independent of the Constitution. There's nothing written either in our rules or in the Constitution that say we are above the Constitution. And I'm worried about that because if you follow the trend, we are now about to go to say Nimba County two extra. The moment we call how many seats, we have done the work of the Election Commission. We shouldn't do that. I mean, that's the outcome of my research. And there's something else, you know. So the question will be, why do we want to increase the number? You know, why do we want to increase the number? Why do we want more people? Why do we want more legislature? That answer we have to find a way to answer it. You know, we need data. We need things that can help us as lawmakers to make a decision as to the reason. For instance, we're growing as a population. Therefore, we need to increase the number of parliament. Remember, we are constrained by the Constitution. And the law is so funny. It says to you, if I don't give it to you, it means I'm holding it back. So the Constitution didn't give us the right to apportion seat, and then so we can take it back. So I wanted us to look at it from that, you know, perspective. So my main concern tonight is.
Let's hold Representative Musa Hassan Ability there and welcome you this evening to BKS TV and welcome to the HITA program here on BKS TV. On the HITA, we say dialogue and our confrontation. We say words in a bullet. Today is the 23rd of April, AD 2026. And my name is Johnny Payne, your regular host of the HITA program here on BKS TV. The HITA program comes your way every Monday through Sunday, beginning at 8 o'clock p.m. Liberia time to 10 o'clock p.m. Liberia time. On the HITA, we discuss sports, education, health, politics, agriculture, and a lot more. And on today's edition of the show, we'll be hosting Ambassador Augustus Guan. Ambassador Augustus Guan is the founder and CEO of the Nima Football Academy. The Nima Football Academy is a newly established football academy based in San Nicolas City, Nima County. And our goal is to spot talent, young talents, and introduce them to the football world. So tonight, Ambassador Augustus Guan will be joining us on the show as we discuss the Nima Football Academy. Recently, let's say they just released their official home and away kit, the one we call jersey. They just released them, and those jersey are on sale too as well. But Ambassador Gus will join us here tonight as we discuss football in its totality on the show here this evening. We're going to be discussing football, and we'll also be discussing some interesting thing about him. You know, Ambassador Guan is into so many different things. He's also the CEO of Last Sportswear. He's also the CEO of the Guans Foundation. The Guans Foundation has been doing extremely well in Nima County. They've been helping young kids, putting them in school. They are well known for their spelling bee competition. The spelling bee competition, which they host every year in San Nicola, brings together elementary schools from across the city. And winners from those spelling bee competition, winner from the spelling bee competition, their tuition fee is paid and stuff like that. So Ambassador Goss will be joining us here tonight on the show as we dive into the conversation here tonight. Of course, 13 minutes past 8 o'clock in Liberia. Let's try to bring you some updates from across Liberia. Let's go to our news dockets, our news file here, Vic Sealy, and try to bring you some updates. Musa Hassan Belete is on a 3-day tour in Electoral District 8, Nimba County. On the tour, a lot of things, a lot of donations are being made, a lot of promise are being made to the people of Electoral District 8. A lot of promises are being fulfilled too as well. To this one, the government of the United States of America has deported 9 Liberian nationals to Liberia following their conviction for various criminal offenses committed during their residence in the United States. The individuals arrived in Liberia on Thursday, April 23, which is today, following they were received by the Liberian immigration officers at the Ravers International Airport. Their deportation follows the completion of prison sentences related to a range of offenses, including robbery, weapons violation, sexual assault, aggravated assault, kidnapping, burglary, driving under the influence, DUI for short, fraud, resisting arrest, and domestic violence. Now, according to the Liberian Immigration Service, additional offenses committed by the deportees include domestic violence, drug trafficking, identity theft, and making false statements. Authorities noted that deportation of this nature are typically conducted by charter flights under the supervision of the United States security personnel. Individuals are repatriated only after serving their respective sentences in full. Upon arriving, the deportees were transferred to the Liberian National Police for fingerprint, identification, documents, and background check. Now, following the completion of these procedures, they are released to their families under the supervision of the Liberia Immigration Service. The process, authorities says, is intended to ensure accountability while also providing an opportunity for the individuals reintegration into the society. And that's also from there. Ambassador Augustus Guan will be joining us on the show very shortly. Senator Amara Kone, as the 10-day sitting comes to an end today, even though the legislature just begun their session this evening, not quite too long, about 15 to 20 or 30 minutes ago. But Amara Kone wrote this piece of writing this morning. And here is what he says. The legislature special session called by President Boakai concludes today. Important issues, printing new banknotes, and the supplemental budget got overshadowed by the Yeke Koluba debate, leading to questions about whether those were the real concern or if the focus were removing Yeke for his border remarks now that he is gone. Does that resolve the border crisis with Guinea? And has the Guinean military gone back to the barracks? That question is for the patriots who believed they are more patriotic than fellow citizens who disagree with the current government. Oh, I forgot. And the CDC did it. The CDC government did it the same thing too. And they went after their political enemies. Liberia. If your political enemies were chosen for you by your party, bosses, and the government in the name of a party mandate, are you fully fighting your own war or theirs? Does blindly following a party mandate make you a mindless weapon? As Winston Churchill reminds us, a nation that forgets and does not learn from its past has no future. How can we forget about how our country got stuck in this perpetual poverty? That is from Senator Amara Conan. And of course, let's go strictly to commerce. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry has announced a new pricing for ceiling for refueling 12 kg coking gas cylinder for the Liberian market effective April 22, 2026. The circular outlines measures aimed at stabilizing prices and preventing arbitrary increases by dealers. According to the ministry, the wholesale price for refueling 12 kg cylinder is set at $26, while the retail price is capped at 28 or is equivalent to 5,000 or equivalent to the rate of 5,180. Now the pricing is based on the Central Bank of Liberia exchange rate, which is 185, and $1 of as of April 13, 2026. The ministry says its inspectorate team will closely monitor compliance with the approved pricing structure and review invoices submitted by dealers to ensure fairness across the market. Officials warn that any unjustified price hikes will be addressed in a new line with existing regulation. And so that's it too as well. All right. Okay. 19 minutes past 8 o'clock in Liberia, 19 minutes past 10 o'clock in Rwanda, East Africa, where I sit here this evening. Let's try to recognize those of you watching us. Diane Sexy is watching us this evening. David S. Boya Jr. is watching us. Aloysius Alexander Tente Jr. is also following as always. But this evening is watching from France, Paris. Junior Sally is also following us. Don Miller is also watching the show. Don, welcome. And all of you who are listening to us via radio, we want to say welcome to the show here this evening. We've gone 19 minutes already into the show. Still here. We've gone 19 minutes already into the show. We'll go for this break, and when we come back, we dive strictly into the conversation here tonight. Let's go for this break.
Work of the Election Commission. We shouldn't do that. I mean, that's the outcome of my research. And there's something else, you know. So the question would be, why do we want to increase the number? You know, why do we want to increase the number? Why do we want more people? Why do we want more legislature? That answer we have to find a way to answer it. You know, we need data. We need things that can help us as lawmakers to make a decision as to the reason. For instance, we're growing as a population. Therefore, we need to increase the number of parliament. Remember, we are constrained by the Constitution. And the law is so funny. It says to you, if I don't give it to you, it means I'm holding it back. So the Constitution didn't give us the right to a portion seat, and then so we can take it back. So I wanted us to look at it from that, you know, perspective. So my main concern tonight is whether or not we are able to talk to, you can call your representative, you can ask your representative, you know, my position on this, and it looks like I'm backed by the Constitution, is that we shouldn't, let's set the threshold. Government is government is coordination. Let's call the election commission. Let's have executive session with them. Let's have public hearing with them. Let's say, look, we have a problem. We do our part, and your part, we can't do it. So, can you take it from here? How best can we pass this law that will make your work easy? Consultation will help us to resolve that. And I think, as a Liberian, as people, our at this time, we should ask the critical question: is there a need for more lawmaker? What are the output of the 73 that we have? What are the impact the 73 that we have had made on the government? What will more lawmakers do for our democracy and for our economy? Are they going to help us to make it firmer, stronger, or is it an increment in our political liability and economic liability? We have to look at those questions. I mean, for me, I don't believe that as a party we should be in a space where we would say, oh, let's go and let's go and bring in new seat. I think it's a big problem, and I think we should avoid it. Honestly, So it makes a lot of sense to me as a person to kind of like calm down, think about it, and say, what is the important? What is the before we even talk about adding 16 more seats, we need to ask ourselves, what is it about? And those questions need to be answered. Even if we answer those questions in the affirmative, let us allow the election commission to do their work. We set the threshold. I'm begging my colleagues. It's not everything we have to fight each other for. Let common sense prevail on this one, so that we can, all contribute to our country. Another issue that been going around, is this whole money issue. Oh, let's bring more money. I'll leave that for another day, but I just want to give you a teaser, so hopefully we can talk about that.
Well, that's it here, Vic Sibling. Ambassador Augustus Guan will be joining us very shortly, like we said in our intro. Voice of Tapata is relaying the show. Our Voice of BKS is also relaying the show here tonight. I want to say kudos to Mr. Jacob Bantu from Voice of Tapata, who is relaying the show. Mr. Jacob, thank you ever so much. I can see that Ambassador Guan is trying his best to get seated properly, and once he do that, we will bring him on the show. But I think the Nima Football Academy have been doing extremely well of late, so we will definitely go to some of their. I think I got some of their practice session videos here. We can go to those videos and be playing them for you in the meantime while we await Ambassador Guan to join us in studio. And once he joined, we will be asking him all of the questions tonight. What brought about the dream of the Nima Football Academy? There have been a lot of club teams in the area. why he chose to build one himself from scratch, and all of those things we're going to be asking him. All of those questions here tonight on the show. He's in the bag. He's trying his best to get settled down. And once he does, we will bring him on the show, and then we start the conversation here tonight. 27 minutes past 8 o'clock. Still have a couple of hours in our interest. 1 hour, some more minutes here. So we have much time to discuss the issue. I think I have some of the practice session video with me. I try to get them, try to play them too as well. Why we keep the show rolling here tonight, and this is what we want to see. Guan is doing extremely well. When I say extremely well, you know what I mean. Extremely well. It's been doing very, very well. So while we try to get a video here, I think because he's in the back, he's a busy man. So let's not waste much of his time. The man are businessman, so time that money for the man, time that money. So we let's bring him on. Ambassador Guan, good evening. Oh God, I think he's facing some network issue. Uh, Okay. And so obviously, if you are just joining us here this evening, want to say welcome to all of you. Those of you listening to us via radio want to say welcome. And those of you also listening to us via Facebook and YouTube, we want to say welcome to you all in a very special way. All right. Still here. Still trying. He's trying to join, trying his best to join us. I hope he does very soon, and we will kickstart good. I think he's okay now. I think he's much better. Ambassador
Yeah.
Augustus Guan, good evening.
Good evening, my brother Junior, and it's a pleasure to be with you. It's a pleasure.
Welcome to the show this evening. How you doing, Chief?
I'm doing good, and thank you very much for having me on your platform. And you guys have been doing a very great job. I follow the platform most of the time, even though most of the things can be political, and some of us we are not politicians, so we can just be being watching. Yeah, but at least I'm happy to be on the sports session this time around because I'm a sports person, I'm not a politician.
But somebody told me you want to eat a space or the probably in District 3. The president called me recently. They say, Guana, go again with another donation in the district. You advise your man, Guan want contest 2029. Guan paving the way for himself. How true is
So
that?
I
Let's
want
start with the
I want to
political
why I run now.
aspects.
So there's three, suppose that there's two, suppose that there's one. Ask me, you just say I run for senator now. Uh, Bro, whatever we do is our way of life. And it's part of the life we live. That's how we grew up. So it's nothing connected to politics. Yeah. So most of the times people think that way. Even some of my peers, my friends, they will come to me with these conversations about politics. Oh, my man, 2029, now you will carry. I say, my man, I beg you. I got too many things to focus on and build my future. I don't know what the future holds. Let's be very sincere. But all of what I
Mhm.
do and I continue to do are not done in line with politics or not associated with politics or with any political motive. Yeah, it's a way of serving the community, and that's how I grew up, and I continue to live that way. So nothing done in District 3 to go political or District 2 or any other district in Nimba. Yeah, so thank you.
Great. I think we
We'll carry
touched
the
that other
District
part
5.
now.
We'll carry another District 5.
Yeah. So that's it. Let's welcome the CEO to the show. CEO, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome, CEO.
Thank you. You know, I don't. Most people don't know the relationship between my Piki and myself, but he has been one of those young guys that I admire so dearly when it comes to the young people coming up in Liberia. He has set the bar so high, and I urge a lot of our young people to follow his footsteps. Again, we will get into that in details here as we go along. But
Okay.
my
Yeah.
beginning, I want to say thank you so much for coming.
Thank you,
I
Sean
know
Brothers.
I
Thank
know it
you.
was impromptu. I just called you and then you said, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be there. But this
Yeah.
platform, I think your background being, a journalist from back in the day, you're a sports
Yeah.
guy. We are now solely politically, something we do mix it up. Sometimes we bring
Yeah. Yeah.
entertainers on here, Gilbert. We try to mix it up. So people like you, we depend on you to come on here to come and mix it up, talk about sports, talk about other things that we can dive into. But overall, it's an honor. It's a good thing to have a young, energetic man like you from Nimba on our platform tonight. So welcome to the show. Let's have our conversation. I know your man Jim will be the one doing the interview here, so I'll just be in the back here and then listening.
Okay.
And
Okay. Thank you.
funny thing when girls they were still at Radio Nima, we used to get our lip on the phone to our ear that they would be walking around, we listen to the mighty DJ girls and stuff. And
Now you
when
see now the table now turn now you come
Yeah.
interview
Yeah.
the interviewer. So
That's
that's
amazing.
I
the
mean,
cycle
Yeah.
of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
guys, you're doing extremely well. I must appreciate you for everything you
Thank
do.
you.
I don't know which one of the CEO we should call you tonight, whether CEO for the Guans Foundation or CEO for Nima Football Academy or CEO for Last Sportswear. How you managing with all of these things?
Let's see about everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's all God intervention. And it's because of God we are here. His blessing and parents' blessing that got us here. So we are grateful to God for everything, but it's not an easy thing to run several institutions. Yeah, but the fact that the first institution we fully established was the Goans Foundation, it gives a better chance for us to expand to other initiatives because the Goans Foundation being an humanitarian organization, it brings its own blessing because of the services we render in communities, and it's made it possible and paved the way for us to be able to establish the last post where, and eventually we've established the Nimba Football Academy. So it's going good. It hasn't been so easy, but it's going good by the grace of God.
I know we'll go to the sport. The sport is the main thing here tonight. But a lot of people listening to you might have heard your name, but they don't know who you are, where you hail from. Let's start a conversation from there. Who is Ambassador Augustus Guan?
Okay, so you want to know where I'm from, then you're still leaving the district politics.
No, we're not discussing politics. We
I know.
we just want
I'm
to know
just
who
kidding.
you are.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So I'm Augustus Guan, and I was born in San Nicolas City. My late father, Mr. Lawrence G. Guan, he came from district number 3 from Zotapa, where he was born, and he moved to San Nicolas back in the early 70s. He was there. He taught at the San Nicolas Central High School, the SDA, but most of the time he was with the San Nicolas Central High School, where he lived, and he born me, and I was there. Grew up in San Nicolas, went to school in San Nicolas, graduated from the St. Mary's High School in 2016. Moved over to Morovia, but while in Nimba, we were with radio stations there. I started at Radio Senway in 2012, April. And a few months later, I moved to Radio Nimba, where I served for few good years before graduating from high school and moving to Morovia. When we got to Morovia, it was a bit challenging. New environment, trying to adapt, and while trying to adapt, sadly, I lost my mother. She was working at the Cyclopedia Comprehensive Health Center. Uh, Precious Gonetuo, may her soul rest in peace, my late mother. So life became very challenging in 2017. So we had to manage to see how we could, so many thoughts. How will you manage to stay in school? There were some moments I even thought of moving back to San Nicolas. It wasn't easy. And with the help of God, we managed to get a study program in China, and it wasn't even easy also. So I have to maybe do that little explanation, not just where I come from. but it was a whole challenging moment, and we needed people the most. Some people came through, some people did not come through, and some were not in the position to. So it's not something that we hold against them. And it's from the moment actually most of the people refer to me as Flawson, because when I needed people the most, I will be sincere to say here, Mr. Thomas Flaw Senior came through for me, and he managed to get me a ticket to go to China after I've gotten the visa for the study program, and it was good. So we went there. Too many challenges, not so easy, but we managed to able to complete the studies here because of the COVID-19. I was in Liberia and managed to complete it. But too many other things that we explained along the way. But the Gus who's on the platform this time around is from Nimba County, or son of Nimba County. When some people ask where you from, we part of Nimba, I say I'm from all over because I'm from District 3. I'm from District 2. My mom got connection with District 7, so I'm from Nimba County. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I know when I told you today no politics, I was joking somehow. Maybe we might touch a little bit at the end of the interview. But what inspired the okay,
Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
what inspired the Guans Foundation? Let's start with the foundation. So much money will come up. What inspired that? Because I know of the foundation you started when you were a student. What inspired that, and how far you've come? What are some of the challenges that you face? You know, you established an organization as a student and also helping people along the way. What inspired that? What's the story behind the Guans Foundation?
Before he comes in there, I was a little confused when he said that. So all throughout, I've been thinking the lab sports world was founded before the foundation. Usually when people start making business, start getting money, then they say, okay, I want to give back to society, and they start a foundation. So I'll be back here again. I'm listening, I'm learning, I'm being
Yeah.
inspired by you tonight. So I'll just sit back and watch.
So thank you very much. Actually, like I said, it was something that I learned from my parents. They were both humanitarians. Mr. Lawrence Guan, he worked at the San Nicolas Central High School, where he taught. He served as a principal for some years, and there are many people who would testify where he managed to help them with tuition fees and some other different things. Some people were on his wall, and so many other people that were come for things that because I was a kid. He started when I was not even born. So too many things he did, and there's something that I learned from him. That is why it's so difficult for me to pass by people without speaking. My dad, I grew up with him, is one of the best things that I did for myself because at the early age, my dad and my mom they separated, but I chose to live with my father. And I learned so many things from him, to be sincere. We're going for a very short distance walk, maybe 6 minute walks, but trust me, we will spend about 30 minutes on that distance. Why? Everyone he passes by, he will have to stop to speak to them, and so many things that I learned from him, his humanitarian attributes and everything that was with him, along with my mom also. Those things encouraged me to go into that direction of serving humanity. My mom worked at the Saclay Comprehensive Health Center back then, and whenever I'm going to Saclay to speak to her, I will see new child in the home. Now her children, different people children. But maybe you carry the child to the hospital, not in certain good condition, or maybe not properly clothed. She will bring them home, take care of them, clothe them, make them her children. And I can tell you today, if my mom was alive at this moment, probably she has an orphanage home somewhere. She's taking care of certain people because the way she grew up, she was purely a humanitarian. And those are things that are with me. So when I lost my both parents, I needed to continue their dream and my own dream. So this is an institution that we formed to see how we can continue the family's dream in that line. That's why most of the times we focus on the educational community with the Guans Foundation, because Mr. Lawrence Guan being a former educator, we decided to focus more with the spelling bee competition and so many outreach in the educational communities in Nimba and Monserrado, which we intend to expand to other places. So it's a way of continuing family's dream and something that we grew up doing. So we started it, and you don't need millions to make impact in society. When we started those things, It was challenging, but we had to do it because there's something that we chose to do. We have passion for. There's something that we grew up learning to do. So it was easy. I remember when I was about to go to China, I don't even have money to buy my ticket, but I still had to go on the new San Nicolas Pre-Primary campus to see how I can do some outreach to the students, talk to them, and give them some gifts. I did not have money. By that time, there was no lab sportswear. So we actually started this institution before the business institution. And I think that's one of the things that is giving us the blessings with the institution is expanding, is growing the right way.
Thank you. We have Ambassador Augustus Guan. I call him DJ Gus. Now, many of you know that name. Just few of us that know him that we don't know that name. DJ Gus is on the show here tonight. See you, Ambassador Augustus Guan.
So,
We will go for this break, and when we come back, we start with the sports thing. We start to discuss the sports, but this is the Nima Football Academy. We will go for this break. This is one of their practice session. We'll take a break with it. When we come back, we start exactly with the Neymar Football Academy. Okay, we will go for that other one. He carried somebody in San Nicolas recently. So, Ambassador Guan, welcome back. Welcome back. Why sports? Let's start from there.
I
Ambassador Guan,
think
are you there?
I think yeah.
Yeah, I think something happening. Maybe he trying to hack.
No, somebody calling you. You don't want to call
Mhm.
and then knock you off the platform, and then the volume can transition to something else, and it can be. So we can't hear you guys. If you can hear us, try to rejoin.
yeah,
There you go. We can hear you now.
I'm still active. Hope you getting me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can get
Yeah.
you.
Are you hearing us too as well?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you
I
can
mean,
join us, rejoin us.
Active. Hope you get.
yeah. Let him rejoin us from there. So that's it. I mean, CEO Gus is like you know,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like
That's why I'm just watching. I'll let you do your interview. You're the Sunny Cola people. Yeah, the young people. I'll be on the standby to chip in here and there. But he's a great, great young man. I think a lot of people should learn from this guy here because, man, besides his business and what he does, the respect that he gives to
mhm.
his senior brothers, man, is just massive. Anytime I begin to see you, senior brother, and when not just me, everybody else, from around Nima, there, you always all of them were attest to this here. So I think he's back now.
Are you hearing us, Gus? Are you
Yeah,
hearing us?
whenever you do this,
Are you getting me?
Yeah,
yes,
we are getting you. I don't know whether.
Okay. Okay, we can go ahead. Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay, great. So I was asking you why sport. Let's start the conversation from there. Why you choose sports?
Uh, Growing up, I was born beside the country stadium in Nimba. Right behind the stadium there. That where Mr. Guan had his house. And I grew up there following football, community games, high school games, content meet. And I've been deep into content meet from the very early stage of my life. And it's difficult for anyone who played for Nima County between 2007 to present They will tell you they can't remember that kid being around the team. I was not anyone like boss that is here today that is respected. I was
This is I don't know what is going on. Maybe just join us. We want to say welcome to the show. Tokpa Kwanu is watching us. Vic Sibling from Ivory Coast. Tokpa, welcome. Tonight our guest is Ambassador Augustus Guan. Ambassador Augustus Guan is the CEO and founder of the Nima Football Academy. He joined us here tonight to discuss his team, his newly established team that is based in San Nicolas City, Nima County. And he will join us here very shortly again. He's just dropped. I don't know what is going on, but let's go for this break, and when we come back, okay, I think he's here. No need again. Okay.
call is coming in for the messenger. It affects the platform, which is sad for me. I'm sorry for that. I'm so
No,
sorry. Yeah,
you are
most of
busy,
the
man,
time
Ochi.
yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. So most of the times, I will go around the county, meet most of the teams that have come through for to play for Nima County. I will always be around the team, and it's been a special feeling, a special reception from all of the football players, which I will appreciate, and I always appreciate them because there are many kids that will go around the team, and they will treat them like just maybe not badly, but maybe, oh, my picking can wash my clothes, can't do this and that, which is still not bad. But to some extent, I was taken to be like almost the one of them, even though I was not playing for the county team. Instead of maybe eating and giving me maybe that's a template, it was a kind of eat together. Something that lives with me today, and I to present. And there's this one former Nima County player that I will want to see, and maybe I'll use your platform to say. And the day I get to meet him, I will have to give a special appreciation to him. He's Perry Johnson. He played for Nima County back in 2010, 2011, 2012 season. In 2010, when we won the trophy, he was always Nima County. He's a big brother. He took me to be like his
Wow. I
What
don't
he may
know.
have to do is to either turn, because the as long as call
Yeah,
comes in,
he has a turn on do not disturb to
yeah.
help him. If not, it will be terrible. It will be really, really terrible. But again, Gus is doing well. We want to hear from him because football academy, football team as a whole is very expensive to manage, especially starting from this kind of fresh stage where you don't have sponsors, you don't have supporters. I don't know how he's managing with them. These are some of the questions that we're going to be asking him tonight on the show because it's a long journey. This at this stage, we don't even classify the team as a third division team yet. So you have to go through all of those processes to become a fourth division team to a third division team, become a second division team, a first division team, and all of those things are involved. So I think is costly. It involves money, but again, he knows what he's doing. The honorable VP, the incoming VP, not to
incoming
be
VP.
the incoming VP. Welcome, Chief.
The man say
Let,
he not start going back to the gym again.
let
So
me
he,
know.
yeah, he will go for one day,
Yeah, what you
then
get for me?
he started
You
gym for
you you
7
know
months.
what? You know why he went to the gym?
No,
He saw him man launching one of his opponent launching a campaign. It shocked his whole body. He said, no, I got it. They may want to give me pressure. So
John,
he ran to the gym to take out the frustration. Anyways, I'm just kidding.
John,
DK, welcome, Chief.
yeah, John. Let me say this. My late grandfather, at the time, Booyah was in a district. Booyah didn't have Panama chief. We had two Azama controlling from Bang all the way to Butu. My late grandfather was zone chief to clan chief. So it was like he controlled half of Booyah on the two Azama. I was born in a home that political tensions and political decisions I made them with ease. Now I don't put pressure on myself. Here is my politics, In elections, this have been my policy. In elections, not everybody will support you. Not everybody will be for you. When you go to election without mindset, whether people are having rally in Kigali, in Kampala, in Cape Town, you move according to your plan, according to your pace, according to how well you are prepared. There are people in these elections who are even contesting against me that I approached them years ago to be on my campaign team. So that when people are joining here, there, and I will only give them this parable. I saw all those things coming.
You know,
That's why
one of your
I'm more
campaign,
organized, I'm more relaxed.
one of your campaign managers on the show, even though we have our guest here, but since he's not here,
I show now politics show. We're talking sports, yo. We're talking about Chelsea.
No,
so Chelsea
y'all will bring
soccer
going, but
manager.
let's talk some more.
What
We,
thought you
we
need
will
Yeah,
soon
and
get
Chelsea
manager,
soccer
man.
manager, which is nice. But no,
I know where
I know
Chelsea brought out Sarah Olympic from. Where they brought out Sarah Olympic from, you were destroying our team.
they got destroyed the team.
Yeah,
Not even he was.
He
He
destroyed
destroyed
the
the team.
team.
We will
yeah.
not win FA Cup because there is no chance
No, when
of
he
winning.
came, I said, oh, this boy, our neighbor, and everything, send the ball from Sarah Olympic. What about that? Picking boy, if we can't see a salon team, and just destroy our team.
You're playing about teach you a
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, you're
The
picking off free time
our
ball.
method of coaching is terrible. The way he pairs the player is terrible. Each time he plays, either somebody go under injury or something happened to one of
No,
these players.
I think also the
Mm,
team, Chelsea players, were sending strong message to the owner.
Right.
exactly.
So I don't blame him one way or the other because you don't just get rid of manager in the way Chelsea has been doing that. Maraska did well for us. Whether there was a crisis, the best thing is to review.
Mhm.
And since the whole Ukraine and Russia thing, they got rid of our owner and brought those American guys. Those guys are just into business. They're not building a team. That's not Chelsea. Chelsea, you listen to John Terry interview. Terry said players used to leave for La Liga to come to Chelsea. Players were leaving Italy. They were leaving France. They were leaving everywhere.
Yeah,
Makaleli. The
this
people were
Sarah
leaving everywhere, coming to Chelsea. And you have Chelsea player now, all of them wishing to go to Madrid, to Barcelona. There's an issue. So, those are all who play soccer at professional level. Not a free time ball girl, they're playing Dalane. Those are all
Maracana.
who play even to district leagues and
You play
everything
district
we know
league?
what we're talking about. Yes, they are I play for Booyah and all in the district league.
When?
As
When
far
year?
as 2002. 2002 in Secretary. The late John Yomi organized our league in Secretary.
Oh, man, talking about good leader. I
You
was
see that?
behind the
You
whole league.
see
I
you
thought
see
I matched
that?
district league talking about.
No, Kokoye
You got
it
any
was
teammates?
national.
You got
District
teammates?
league at the time in 2002. Because that time I was small.
Yeah,
You are
well,
waiting
you
for,
got
for
any
my
former
boy there to
teammates?
cook.
You
Yeah,
got
you are
teammates?
waiting for my boy there to cook before you eat and all that. You
My
gotta take my
man, you
boy.
got any former teammate?
Okay. Zidane I play for Nima. You know Zidane, right? From Glory. You
You
know
got any
Yeah, I know.
former
Haji. You know
I know.
Haji. You know picking Jimmy Wogbe. They are a veteran.
who Jimmy Webb?
I
You,
know.
you know picking Jimmy Wogbe play for Nima and all?
Yeah, I know. Go Ray from Diable too.
Yeah. You know Jimmy Wogbe picking Jimmy Wogbe that can come on
Yeah,
our show.
The
You know
beginning
Jimmy
of
play
yeah,
for
yeah.
show.
Jimmy
Nima?
play for Nima. I think
Jimmy play
Jimmy
for
played
Nima.
2016. I think 2016, 2017 season.
Yeah, Jimmy play on a ball bloom, of course.
Jimmy play for
Jimmy
Nima.
then went with final 2 times.
Like
Jimmy
that,
then won
DK
the
say he
cup
played
two
for
times.
Nima. Right? He was talking about DK say he played for Nima. He was a
No, oh Jimmy.
ain't say he played for Nima.
No, I say I play for Nima. Yeah,
So
the way you play behind
Jimmy,
the
which
hot
one of the
goal.
wing you used to play?
Huh?
Huh?
Which one of the wing you used to play? You midfielder, winger. A
Thinking
tackle.
that we the one that when the team struggle, when they depend on us to play all the win.
You think
You see that
That real,
when there's
man, man,
that
I
you know
real
get
that
football you
Michael,
be.
you know that Michael Essien type of midfielder
uh-huh.
that they get when goalkeeper injured, no way they can put Jesse on you and say, "My man, go in the pool." We play every win on the field. We were not only leader of the team, we became utility play and everything that how people were depending on to lead. John, the difference between Gary and myself is I wasn't taking excuse from my visitor then to say I won't play. Gary, on the football you play well, you had to go out my brother should I go? The people will come to my room and say,
But
oh, we're
begin
carrying Gary there. The people
before
have to approve.
before I play across country.
Yeah.
We go entire Booyah. You ask for me, they'll tell you. They'll
No,
tell
the
you.
only play you did I thought what thing was in Petit Danane and went through.
No,
Where
I'm
else
talking
you
about
play?
being an empire. I play
Yeah.
second division. I'm talking about Booyah when I used to
So
do that.
those are they respect. And you know, when anytime he was referring to me when it comes to VS soccer, trying
You
to
see,
call me
because
the
the
club,
guy needs
I'm
to
a
call it
veteran.
soccer.
Okay,
It's
okay.
soccer.
Here is it, DK. Let's have a one-on-one. Malakala, you and the CEO, one-on-one. Malakala, you set the pool. Maybe we're giving you a 30 yard to play. Malakala,
Man,
one-on-one.
let
Let's
me get
see
the
who
ball.
wins.
All right, I'll put that man on an interview for nearly 2 years. I may pay Malakala for
That
me.
man, that man, that man, that man need to work on the gym thing you're doing for him.
I'll put that
By the
man.
time you
Look,
finish with
you see, Aloysius Tante here. Aloysius then while picking there, I used to come from Babi to come share for us.
it. So
Aloysius then he used to come from
yeah,
Babi.
you
You know
open the
how
bottle
how
from
y'all
all
used
the
to
way.
go.
You're attacking a lotion, huh?
Yeah, you know how y'all playing the game there and y'all picking there with the girl and sitting behind the pool.
Uh-huh.
Oh, corner ball and my oh, there. I used to say. Again, when they say that, we can go crazy. Just say, okay, ourselves on the team. But don't think that happening.
But yeah, today
President
today
Dante, yeah.
we hosting Ambassador Guan. Yeah, he's having some technical difficulties with his phone. Whenever you join via phone, people can start calling and calls then they are busy people and on it. So they calling the begin disrupting our show. But great thing, God has
But
done
God, before God appeared, He said, Jesse for our team, God need to prepare a customer Jesse for BKS.
all the all
Yeah,
the all the Jesse y'all play in Booyah playing everything came from us. They're going this way. Everything.
yeah.
So, but we'll try to
God need
contract
to
him
prepare.
to get our BKS Jesse, so they can send it on the side for us. Yeah, but he's here to talk
Yeah,
about it.
thankfully nobody going to God it so they can just send everything on the side.
DK, on a serious note, what Gus is doing. I really hope that it goes through, it becomes fruitful, and the LFA, however they call them, they should be able to take the heat of that. Ivory Coast, the ASEC Mimosa, that we talk about today, Africa Sports. All those guys that you see from Yaya Toure, Kolo Toure, Aruna, all those BB guys that you saw, Kalu that came out, they all came from the academy in Ivory Coast. ASEC has the academy that something similar to what Goss is doing. So they bring the training from down there, they train them, they bring them together and they grow up, they become national figures. So investing in the young people, I think it plays a lot of major role when it comes to developing our team. Now the way the system of Ghana Liberia is different. They just go and grab players from different things and bring them up. But grooming these kids from the early stages, like he's doing, and bringing them up together is going to be huge. I don't know how many football academy we got in Liberia there, but this might be. This
Okay.
might be. There you go, man. You got computer or that phone to stick. You still using?
The phone, but I found came somewhere better now. I think we'll not
Oh,
face similar situation again, except where maybe there's a direct port to interrupt. Yeah, but I'm so sorry to the audience, to everyone on the platform. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you were in Ivory Coast. A
So
few times,
so
got somebody
so
from
I'm
Ivory
happy
Coast. They
to be
all follow
back.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
follow. Yeah, you.
When
I saw
Africa,
your trip to I saw your trip to Ivory Coast. It was
it
good,
was.
and I follow you.
Mm.
As I was saying, someone from Ivory Coast here following you. Say, well, that man can't a few times, so I got to follow you and hear what you say.
Thank you, Gus.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank
This
you.
is more of
Thank
what you do now. Why sport?
you.
We go back to the same question: why you
Yeah,
decided to go into
thank you.
sports?
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, like I said, I was born right beside the County Stadium in San Nicola. I grew up in the football community, following community games, high school games, the county meet most especially, which I spend more time following the county meet, and it's very difficult to see any former Nima player that played from 2007, 8, 9 to all the way present time to tell you that they can't remember seeing this kid around the team. At that time, I was all around the team, ball, all other roles we played around the my country team because of the passion we have for sports and following the game, leaving Nimba to follow the team to different countries, Banga, Bon County, to other different countries to watch the country meet at the early stage. So the passion grew very deep. And my dad used to support me when it comes to sports. The only thing, I didn't continue on to play professional football because at certain point he fell sick and I had to attend to him. A young kid trying to take any responsibility, attending to my dad for his treatment and other things. So I did not play professionally, but the passion for sports stayed with me all through the period of time. So establishing the lab sports wear, which have to push me to be more of a sports person that people see me. I was in China on campus and seeing the passion I have for sports and looking at the content lead that I still remember when we used to go down Waterside, buy some kind of blue t-shirt or blue jersey from the Fuller Meaning. Then you gotta pay $1 for each of the letter. NIMBA, those 5 letters. I will pay $5 for them. And my favorite number is 17. So $2 per letter, $2 per number. So $4 for these 2 digits numbers, number 17. And I have to print my name at the back. And being so expensive, it's not even properly done with the country flag and other stuff. So I decided to modify it to see how we can do a better one that will represent the country's colors, that will have to do with the country's heritage and everything. So back in 2019, while on campus, I had to bring out that idea and that design that we did, a special design for Nima County. And my own big brother, Ivan here, was one of the first people that promoted us. I still remember, I still got a picture of him wearing that Nima jersey. He was in the snow. I still get that picture. Yeah. And my own big brother and friend, Siawete, also being a supportive big brother. And good evening to you, big brother DK Wade. He's a big brother. I know him when I was on the process to go to China. I remember going and meeting. He can't remember, but I met you at Honorable Koga's office. At that, by that time, you were staying in Liberia, and you were a good big brother to me. And all your beginning, you, Mike, we were all on campus together. So it's a pleasure to be on the platform with you. So the passion for sports led us to establish the institution, and the Nimbayans being so supportive with all of you on the platform. That went wild. I was on campus, yes, with a little media knowledge from the radio side. We decided to brand it properly. So I contacted Bucky Raw, T Flow, Ball Fatty, and they did a special photo shoot. That went very well throughout Liberia and outside Liberia. My guys in Liberia could not handle the sales. The pressure was too much. So I had to come to help them with the sales. And when I came to Liberia, COVID-19 was already in China. After they contacted me, I can't return. I have to stay in Liberia to push the business and to also continue my studies online, which I left in Liberia and graduated with a bachelor's degree in science. That's computer science. So it's been sports. And we decided to expand not only to Lima jerseys, but to do all of the 15 countries jerseys. So the following season, we had to do all of the 15 countries jerseys that the players played in, and the fans from all of the countries wore our jerseys. So it's been that way. But proud to love sportswear, a guy in high school, loving sports, deep passion for sports, had a dream, yeah, having a sports institution like an academy. I will envision myself walking through an academy. There's a step I could take and get to the other side where there's a playing pitch and other stuff. So that dream still with me up to present. So while we've been having lab sports where maybe helping people with few other jerseys, some people will contact me, boss, get a team, we want you to take care of the team. we get this team, or you take over this team as the president, so on and so forth. It's not a bad thing. But those things are nothing you rush with. You have to take your time and get into them. I was not going ahead to just explain more of the dream that I got, like my own dream to establish an institution. I kept it private, but I knew what I was heading to, and I knew what I had in mind. So I had to keep it private, and until now that we decided to see how we can kickstart that dream that is in follow the lab sports way. That dream that our high school student in San Nicolas City has, seeing himself having a sports institution running and everything, and coming from a community where we've had too many talents in our country and in the country, and not much has been done to really, really push their talents to the international stage, aside from maybe playing in the country league and playing for maybe some of the first and second division teams in Liberia. We decided to establish it now, and within a year period to come in some years, we can see how we can build the right connection to assist those boys as we are scouting them and developing them, so we can create opportunities for them to achieve their dreams of playing professional football in Europe and other parts of the world. And it's a process that we own, and we are positive of it, and we are very, very sure that it's going to work. We are on it at the very beginning stage, and it's going good. It's a pleasure to be on the process, and I can assure you that that dream of the academy, where we want kids from Nimba to play professional, we're definitely going to be achieved. And we are on it, and it's definitely going to be achieved.
Amen. You know, we are supporting you in a dream. But since we're doing a professional interview here tonight, now, how is the scouting process being done? Are you selecting the kids from across the county, or you only based in San Nicolas?
So the team is based in San Nicolas, the home ground, but we've gone in all of the top cities in Limba to recruit players. So with this scouting process that started in Tapeta, we slept in Tapeta. The scouting process there went to Saclay, we went to Bam, we went to Camp City, even Ganja City. So we've been across Limba with the first phase of the scouting to see the first batch of people that we can work with to develop, because it's a gradual process and it's a continuous process. So we try to observe the people that we scouted, and it's going good. We're trying to see, maybe we'll include all of them in the program, or some might drop to work with a team that you can control before opening another phase of the scouting program. So the team we have now has the inclusion of people from all of the top cities in Nimba County.
I'm told that you have division for the team. How many division you have currently? Like honor 12, honor 15. How many of them?
So we have the honor 12 team, honor 15, and the honor 17 teams, and the honor 12 kids. We scouted from the other cities. We haven't bring them together yet. Only the San Nicolas honor 12 actually training, but for the honor 15 and honor 17, from all of the cities, we've been bringing them together. In March, they came together. They gave special weekend training. And this April, they were together last weekend, where they did some special training. And we take responsibility of transporting them to San Nicolas, lodging them, feeding them, and transporting them back to their cities, because they are in school. They have to complete their studies for this semester or for this school year before we have other plans, making a proper plan to maybe bring some of them to San Nicolas to be closer to the base of the team where they can properly develop.
Establishing football team in general is very expensive. Now, with you establishing one is also costly, and you're getting players from across the county. How do you intend to fund these players, especially those ones that will be coming from out of San Nicole? I know all of these players might be living on a dormitory. Where are you getting the fundings from, Ambassador Gus?
Thank you very much. It's not so easy to get fundings across in times like this. So that's why we didn't rush it, even though it's an old a thought. It's an old dream to have this institution ever since, but I did not rush it because I know starting it, just thinking on people to come through will be challenging. You have to start, work, and let people see the work you're doing before they come true. So at the moment, all of what we're doing is just putting more pressure on Lab Sportswear, the little business we do. So Lab Sportswear at the moment is the sole sponsor of the institution because aside from me, my little money from the side, Lab is the one doing everything, even the jerseys you just saw that we unveiled today, which we'll talk about a bit on the platform
Mhm.
and everything. So at the moment, no funds has come out from any other person. Now that people refuse to, but I've not reached out to anybody for help to say they will refuse or not. So I can't spoil anybody in here. Yeah, I message
Mhm.
somebody, they refuse. No, it was not so. But it's for the community, and we are open to getting people from the community coming with their inputs. It's not only financial, but any other advice they will give to all. We don't know it all. So we might be doing some things, but maybe not to the best. You can come and give your own little advice to correct what we are doing. So it's open. That's why when we established the institution, we reached out to other sports or legends of the country, the other top technicians of the country like Muta, Fofana, and other coaches to see how they can bring their expertise. They don't have to be around the team every day, but just their little advice to the young coaches we are working with who help us to do the better thing we're doing. So at the moment, the team is solely sponsored by Last Postwear, and eventually maybe we'll get some other partnership or sponsorship. So it's Last Postwear, and we are openly promoting Nimba. That's why the jersey for the players that we unveiled today, it has Visit Nimba. And with that tourism sign of it, it's from the jersey. We have maybe Jungle Water as our sponsor, we'll place it there. Maybe in the future, or maybe Asilo Meta, or maybe BKS or any institution will be open to
That's
that.
why I was telling
Now
you.
you're talking. Now you're
Now
speaking
you
our
now you're
language.
speaking because I mean you already got your first sponsor. BKS is here to not the TV,
Great,
but BKS
great,
Foundation. BKS
so
Foundation will
great,
sponsor you. I'm speaking on behalf of the CEO now. After
great,
here,
great,
you
great.
can send us what you can, and then we will come through.
Thank you,
But
thank you, thank you.
now, going to the next aspect is the appointment before we go to the jersey and other things. You appointed the, let me say, the intern leadership for the team. And basically, all of these guys are from Sanicole, even though you grew up in Sanicole, but the name of the football team, it implies Nima Football Academy. You got other people from Ganta, Secretary, all of those places. But all your appointment are Sanicole based guys. Why so?
What makes you think all the appointment are sending on the base guy? That's not right. That's not fair, and that's not true. So I will break it down. Maybe you've seen the post from the Sonic guys with that,
Okay,
but it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
a
So
Sonic
just
team.
break it down
I'm
for us.
coming to that. Yeah, I will break it down for you to understand. The team has a board, and the chairman of the board was appointed, even though he hasn't openly been announced, which I will announce on the platform yet to balance everything you're saying. So the
Mhm,
chairman of the board is Mr. Thomas F. Lord, our father, the senior.
mhm,
Yes, I suggested that. And the team of people that we had a discussion on to agree with me for that. And Mr. Michael Tike, who is not from San Nicolas, is the co-chair to the board. Yes, and we also have Lucien Bento, who is the legal affairs person of the board. He's not from San Nicolas. And we have the treasurer of the team. I think it's not directly in the board, or the treasurer of the team is also there. We have Nyang Bento and Lucien Goto. They are all part of the board. So Nyang Bento is the marketing and sponsorship advisor, while Lucien Goto is the legal affairs person of the team. So it's not a Sanicola based thing. Coming down to the administrative side, I am serving as the president of the institution, and the first vice president is Comfort Fier, who is from Campley, not from Sanipoli. And the second vice president is Mr. Laike Bedete, who is from Saklepie. And the third vice president is Joanne Gossi, who is from Ganta City. So you understand? And the treasurer of the
So,
team is Mr. Horace Yancey, who is
mhm.
from Ganta City. And we also have
So
Mr. Taro Depa, who is the community youth development advisor also from Ganta City. hope you see the contact
Yeah,
particularly.
now I understand now. Now I understand because I was just seeing all my Sanico men in
So I
front.
think that the men
Again,
are announcing the appointment.
yeah, so that's
Yeah,
really great.
those are the guys.
This will be my last question to you, and then we go to CWT and the CEO will come in with some question there. Ambassador Goss grew up in Sanicole, where a lot of football teams have been established in that same Sanicole, and he has been working with them. One of them is the Nima Quado football team. You've also worked with the Sullivan football team. You've worked with the Wunta FC and all of those football teams in Sanicole. Now that you have established your own academy, will you be available to serve those people like you used to do when you didn't have any football team?
Thank you very much. My coming to establish this institution that we're working with a group of people to do is not to push other institutions aside. Neymar is for all of us, and the vision here is to see how Neymar can produce professional footballers to play professional levels. So some of the people that might even be successful to play professional through some of the programs we bring might come from maybe the Wanta, the Slow, the Smart Academy, or maybe the Dolake from Ganta, or maybe the Dominion from Campley, or maybe the Camp from Yekepa rather, or the Campley United or Saglepe United. So we are open to working with all of these teams. Even during the launch, we said it, and we are open to working with them. There are some players that are participating in our scouting programs that are from some of these other teams, and we've been in good talk with these teams. They've allowed us to incorporate those guys in our program, which we working cool. There's been good talks with them, so we are open to working. In as much that yes, it's going to be more pressuring with you handling a different institution, but you still have to give the little effort you can give, the little time to promote the other stuff. Yes, we have the Neymar Football Academy, but I was at the Gompa the other day to talk with the Gompa Football Club that is being run by Mr. Mike Diak, and I was there. My little contribution, I did it. So even a smart academy of recent, we did what we could. So we are still open. Cyclopedia United, we did our little contribution to the end of recent. So we are here to work with all of the sports institutions to see how we can all promote sports in Neymar and Liberia.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Augustus Guan is here. Mr. Dan didn't say he's the international advisor, so he has appointed himself to the Nima Football Academy
Imagine
already.
you're putting yourself.
so, so that's it. You got international advisor, Mr. Gus. Now we will go to CWT. Maybe we might take calls from other people. I don't know
Yes,
how you
yeah,
do.
yeah,
I don't
yes,
know how
yes,
you do the
yes.
negotiation with these kids' parents, but this is something that they need to know too as well. So once he come back, you can ask him your question, and after that we go to the CEO, and then we declare the lines open for you to call us and make your contribution. Again, Gus is on the show here tonight. So welcome.
Thank you, Gian. Good evening, Mr. Guan. Since
Thank you,
our
thank you. Good evening, senior brother. Yeah, thank
okay,
you, thank you.
yeah, yeah. Thank you for your appearance today. A few weeks or a month ago, when I saw you, you know, endeavoring into that struggle, into that project, it was actually inspiring to many person because for me, I know as a person the history, as a young man coming up, how focused, you were. Because one thing that left us behind in Liberia, we as a country and young people is innovation. I think I must give that to you. That's where you as a young person have actually, you came from the bushcraft and at this level, you are making your way in society. I'm actually proud. And I want to say congratulations for the establishment. I mean,
Thank
in
you.
my own way as a person, obviously we do support your
Yeah,
institution.
yeah.
The the last time somebody asked a very, touching question. All of the question they asked when the youth and sport team was they were in Gantor. I think it was one of the journalists who brought forth that question about your institution. And I was listening to you. One thing you said that you are starting, and then you will now move for other partnership and support, and that's a good one because program as such, one person to support it is a huge venture, so it requires all hands on decks. So I will encourage you to do that. But the person asked the question, and I want to. For me, I think it won't be a question, but I think you had to, expand on it a little bit. They asked about you whether the youth and sport is aware of the establishment of the Nima Football Academy, and the deputy minister for sports said he's not aware. He was just hearing it, and it's a good venture. So he will encourage the team to do official communication and reach out to them so that they can also get involved. So by that point, I think publicly here, maybe if you are not heard that, I will encourage you to get to them because I think from what I heard, he said there's a FIFA development fund, that usually come to the country. So I think I will encourage you from that angle because you alone as a young person is difficult. All those ones you recruiting people from those various city towns, all the questions John was asking at the end of the day, all a burden, on your business and your stuff. So I will encourage you to get to the youth and sport. So, officially to inform them because they are authority. In the absence of authority, you cannot operate. So you need to look at that.
Thank you. Thank you. It's yeah. So can I come in? Can I answer now? Can I expound on it?
Yeah, you're okay.
Yes. So before going to Nimba, people from the youth and sports called me that the minister is going to Nimba and among the activities she will be doing, they want her to visit our academy. Which I said, it's cool. When would that be? He said she should be arriving Nimba on Sunday or something like that, whatever. I'm like, cool, no problem. Then we can get the children together for them to meet. But prior to that, the deputy minister who said he's not aware of the institution has been told, he's been informed about the Nima Football Academy. I've met him in his office, he's aware of that. And we've talked. Besides, he sees every post that we do on the social media about the institution. So they were aware of it. Because when he met me, after he made
I hope and pray that he
Mr.
rejoin
Dennis
us.
in opposition and still laughing. Yeah.
That's a strategic position, the international.
advisor.
When you're traveling with a team, yeah. Sometimes you need to take matters into your own hands.
I'm coming up for you. Like on the international advisor.
So no one can get to that level now.
I think God saw that appointment.
Yeah.
God, before you answer your question.
God, did you see the appointment?
From Mr. Dennis, Dennis?
The former UNICO president?
No, I didn't see you. You see it? Oh, he's a okay. International advisor. I'm the international advisor. Let me inform myself. Okay. That's good. I endorse the appointment. I endorse that.
There you go.
The former UNICO president.
Yeah. I know him. He's our senior brother and father. So I have contacted these people. They're aware of what we do. Aside from contacting them, because someone told me about that before I could meet him in San Nicola, that he made such statement And I think they said they got to register if the institution is registered. I said, but we are registered. So when he met me that evening, he said, somebody called me on the radio. They wanted to do a promotion for you. Something I'm not even aware of. He said, but I always told him, so we're not aware of it. I said, but I told you before that we'll get the academy. He said, no, you told me you doing some things with the boys in here, but I don't know if I academy. That's what you told me. He said, you told me you're doing some things. Yeah, true, you told me, but I know that I academy. But I actually informed him. He's aware of it. Even the Liberian Football Association president, Mustafa Raji, is aware of the Nimba Football Academy. I met him. I sat with him in the LFA conference room, and I told him about that about 2 weeks ago. He's aware of it. Aside from that, to run a football institution legally in Liberia, you have to first register with the business registry, which we did last year. That was November of last year. Aside from that, you also have to register with the LFA, which we also did. And we have a receipt. I even had to show it to him in Sanicole. He said, oh, yeah, that's your sister. We registered with the LFA. But before registering with the LFA, you have to register with the business registry. And register with the LFA. And the requirements to fully get into the FIFA Connect system, that all the protocol there, you got to get business registration, article of incorporation. You have to write a letter of intent to establish the academy, which we did. And you also have to get a bank account, like a bank document, like the institution needs to have a bank, which we did. That bank account is with Echo Bank. And we have to register with the LFA, which they gave us a bank information to pay to.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know. Oh God. Okay, if you just joined us here tonight on the show, you are listening to the E-Tower program, and we have with us Ambassador Augustus Guan. Ambassador Augustus Guan is the CEO and founder of the Nima Football Academy. He joined us here tonight on the show as we discuss sports. I don't know if I could recommend this. Maybe we ask two more questions.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what is the issue, but I'll come in. So, as I was saying, we are registered with the business registry and registered with the LFA. That's how we got access to create the FIFA Connect system for us. And our players are being kept in the FIFA Connect system. So he's fully aware, which I would not want to really dive into that. Some of them are not things to say on the platform. And I would choose to be professional about it. If you smart on this platform, you understand what I mean. But this too is Liberia. And that's how it is. But they are aware of what we are doing. And in as much as we are open to partnership, we not fully depending on government institution. We're open to that. We appreciate that. But sometimes I will not speak more about this because I'm not a politician and I'm not a political person. So let's keep it cool on this platform. But for the clarity's sake, we are fully registered with the business registry. Even when I want to register, it's not easy. I'll just joke. The dream is Nima Football Academy. The lady there said we can't have Nima Football Academy because business has seen a lot of work. Can I have similar name? So they get Nima United. I said, but he said Nima United. It's okay, again, Nima FC. Good enough, when we checked Nima FC, the FC was not spelled out in the business registration. And it's Nima FC Incorporated. And we are Nima Football Academy. So I had to call somebody. Is the network okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. You're audible. But we can hear you.
Can I speak?
You can speak. We can hear you. You can hear us? Oh man. Okay. So we are having some technical difficulties at Gus. If you can hear us, there you go. All right. Go. All right. So that's the thing. What he's saying reminds me of the time I went to LIB to do my do our radio registration there. The same back and forth. But why is it not coming on? What Junto is going? So we are having some issues there to connecting. Yeah, but so with it, I think what he's doing is a great thing that we need to. I don't know why people even have questions about. I don't know what the intent of the question is or the motive behind that. But having academy in Nimba, called Nimba uh, Football Academy should be something that it should be a no brainer. No
Yeah.
one should. But sorry, we can hear you now. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah. So we are working legally through the Liberian law. We register with the business registry and with the Liberian Football Association. Those are institutions that we need to register with to
Mhm.
start operating. And we are open to any support from any institution that will support us the right way. We are open to that. We are a young institution. But what I'm very sure of is to see how to focus more on a gradual development of the institution. Is a slow process. We are not rushing with these things, and we not just having high expectation from government and other people. Because if you have the kind of high expectation and maybe they are not met, you get broken down, and maybe the dream of the institution will die down. So we did not form this institution for government to support it. If government comes with any support, we appreciate. But if you hope on the government support and government doesn't support it, you're gonna feel discouraged and you're gonna just let the whole dream to die down, which will not allow that to happen with what we are working with.
Because it's out of Liberia, right?
Now he's in Liberia.
Wow.
Yeah, I think something. He might be in San Nicolas. I'm sure either he's in San Nicolas or Ganta, either of those places, and the network situation there is very, very terrible.
Yeah, he
Very
said.
much.
He and then I hate the fact that the internet is behaving this way because we have this really great show, beautiful show. Young man, we want to dive more into his
If we
institution.
can make it, if the internet is too bad today, maybe we'll continue tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that what we do.
Yeah,
Plus,
I really,
why don't we reschedule this for tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
That way
yeah,
you
when you
you,
get
you,
all set,
you
because
offset
those
because
are those are critical. Yeah, those are critical information that people need to get.
exactly. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know if it's from me. I'm trying to change location. Maybe we'll give you a try and see. If it
yeah.
doesn't work well, then yeah, because I'm changing location. The in summary of the statement I was making, we are legally operating through the Liberian laws for the fact that we are registered with the Liberian Business Registry, and we also register with the Liberian Football Association. Even when he came to San Nicole, I showed him the receipt, everything. He saw it, the LFA receipt. I will pay $50. Now I gotta mention the figure here, yeah, and it's in the system there. So he's aware of it. Even before the interview, he's aware. But I will not go deep into that. But before the interview, he's aware that we have an academy in Nima that we're running. And we are on Facebook. The person you're talking about, we're friends on Facebook. He sees every post that I make. He even views my story that I can see him view my story. But that's another different conversation. Our focus is to see how we can promote sports in Neighbor. And we're not going to back up from what we're doing. We'll do it collectively with all of you support. So
Hmm.
we're definitely doing that to assure the people that we mean what we mean and what we bring in. We want to have a place where they will fully be stationed. There's a whole big dream. We
Hmm.
want to have playing pitches for them where we have the Honor 12 training ground, the Honor 15 and Honor 17 training ground, where we can have like a little hostel dormitory for the players to stay, and even eventually have maybe another guest house that will not be guest house for, let me just say, boyfriend and girlfriend, but we sports related guest house. Yes, to host other institution, other sports institution that will come to Nimba. Yeah. So we are working on that. And because of that, with that dream, we were able to buy 10 acres of land right before entering San Nicolio, after the Kitoma area there. We've already bought, surveyed, and deeded 10 acres of land in name of the Nema Football Academy. It tells you how we are serious about this. And in the coming month, we're going to carry on the landscaping of the place to have some playing pages there. Because at the moment we are facing challenges. You see your entire team will go on the field and there's no way to train because they're just little small field. And just a few times to train there. Right after that, another institution needs to come to train, which is not bad for them. So if you really want to develop your people properly, you need more time with them, especially for the under 12 and under 15. They need more time on the board to develop. So we are serious about that. And in the coming months, we'll see how we can try to landscape most of the land space and see how we can create some playing pitch. We may not have turf there at the moment because we can't afford it. But once the ground is properly leveled for them, they can start training there. And eventually we can try to maybe build a accommodation for the players to come together. Because once they are together, they will develop well in our sports environment.
Thank you, Gus. I know you come here. Your voice is a little clearer now, so we can have a
Okay,
little.
great.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
the reason I asked the question, I think is in no way to drag you, but most time when you are going to this process, those are challenges you face, and when you are forming this kind of organization, the first thing I wanted to know is that I think you touched it a little bit, but I don't know the LFA and that of the youth in sport who has statutory jurisdiction over that aspect, whether the LFA is the one who gave you permit, maybe like a permit, or I don't know who's responsible to accredit you before you start operation.
It is the LFA. It is the LFA that is responsible to give you that the permit to work because we are working on a FIFA and it's the LFA that has the FIFA related work, the connect system and everything is directly ran on the LFA and not the youth and sport. There's no difference, no big difference there. Or we're not exempting ourselves from working with the youth and sports. We are definitely with them. And before the interview or before he's going to NIBA, it was already on the itinerary that they're supposed to meet us, the academy. And that question came about maybe he was not fully aware of what to say at that moment, so he said that. But later on, he still came and visited. I think you watched the video where he came to the academy and he spoke to the kids because he said he did not know. He did not know that we were registered with the LFA. He even doubted he had to show him the receipt. So that was what happened. It's not that no institution goes and register with Nima Kwado, Gomba FC, Watanga. None of them register with Ministry of Youth and Sports, but they are registered with the LFA. None of them register with Youth and Sports. So football institutions can register directly with the Liberal Football Association. And most of the FIFA money that come in the country come under the LFA, not youth and sports. Sometimes youth and sports has some little warnings, some voice, some little comments to make before the usage of the FIFA money. The FIFA money goes directly to the Liberal Football Association, but I can't speak more to that about it. But what I'm aware of that I believe you say you have a little knowledge on is that the P5 money, except other donors' money, which is possible that you can through the government, that can go to youth and sports. But when it comes to FIFA development fees and other stuff, it go directly to the Liberal Football Association.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, another concern is that the issue of recruitment. I don't know because right now I don't know who are those that are qualified for recruitment and how is it done. I see that the first time you started, you were in the various cities. So I don't know what's your calendar or even in terms of recruiting. The reason I'm asking this question most time, I know at this period, at this schedule, students are in school. So is it for school going kids
Yeah.
or how the calendar of recruitment is, and how will it be run, and how they will be on camp and all of that. I just want to have a little picture of that.
Okay, thank you very much. So we went across the top cities to select players. They played, we watched them, selected some of them. That we informed them, and they're aware. Their parents are aware. So they signed to the academy. Their parents signed a consent form. So we got 4 players from Tapeta. There's Chris Middle, and a few other players there from Tapeta. And Chris is a very prolific striker. I can assure you, he'll be one of the best strikers. Even of recent, we practiced against Nima Quado. He scored a very super scrap, and that was special. So he's part of the institution. His parents signed the form. We also have some kids from Saclapie from the under 17, and that about 11 players from the under 17 in Saclapie. Yes, and they are very prolific. Their parents signed the form. Also, they are with us, but they are in school, and we can't take them from school to bring them Sonic right away. So we encourage them to stay there while they're in school, but we arrange weekend training session every month for them. Not every week, but particular moment within the month, we can inform them, inform their parents. Then we allow them to come to Sanicole where we can transport them to camp. We keep them in a special place. They train and go back because they have to be acquainted with their friends. They have to get adjusted to know how they can coexist together. So gradually we are working on it. And before we maybe in the future try to build a full accommodation for them. And when that is done, all of our key players that we take in, those who have signed a consent form with us, will move to Sanicole on camp. And we can arrange with a school. That's the plan, to arrange with a particular school where almost all of them might go to that particular school, and there will be tuition arrangement with the school and the institution, and we can have them going there. And after school, they can be able to play once they are in a specific place where they can find there on the team academy. But at the moment, most of them are in their different cities with their family while they are part of the program, and we are in touch with them. We have a team manager who is actively checking on them to know how they are doing, and sometimes the coach can just visit the cities unknown to them to see how serious they are. Like the other day, the coach was in Cyclopedia, they did not know, but you just seeing that he has gone there to check on them. So we are in touch with all the players, but at the moment, we have 11 players from Cyclopedia. We have 4 from Tapeta. We have 19 from Campley, because both the Honor 17 and Honor 15 for Campley. We got more Honor 12, but we haven't complete the Honor 12 recruitment process yet. We have to take time special to do formal communication with their parents, and before bringing them to Sanicole to have a special training program. For that, we want to do that after the school year has ended, because when the school closes, we can be able to bring them for maybe a week or 2 weeks training session, try to know them. They'll take time to adjust and develop before we do a final listing for the Honor 12 program. But for the Honor 17, Honor 15, we have, for now, we have like a fixed number of people we're working with. Even though we are open to having the inclusion of few other people in the team for this phase.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my final question on this round. So what's the age limit for this recruitment
The age limit
for the
is
academic? Yeah, on the
yes,
overall.
the overall age limit is 16, because we have the Honor 15 program. That's people below or 15. We have the Honor 12. That's people below 12, and we have the Honor 17, people below 17. So if you are 17 years old, you're not allowed to be in the program, except maybe when we graduate them, like when you part of the program, you still be part of us, and we can we're looking forward to even expounding, but not right now, to the Honor 19 program, because we open what we bring in, we open to the European market. Not saying it because we just want to say on the platform, but we are working. If it's just for us to have the name that, oh, God's get team in Nima, then I will not get into football. To be very sincere with that. Oh, God's get on a team in Nima, then I will not have a team. Our focus and the vision is to see how players from Nima can go professional. We don't have any other major connection right now, but it's what we are pushing, and we'll keep pushing it till we create the right programs for them. In case at the under 12, it's possible they can go to Europe, but not abruptly, not right away, because it has to take time and age and other stuff. But when you have the under 19 program, those who will graduate from the under 17 to go to the under 19, there's a possibility with special talents, their age, they can move from one continent to another continent. FIFA can allow that. So if we have a player who is 18 years old and he's good enough to go and sign for any team in Europe, he can go there. So we are trying to create the other opportunities to the other window there where we can engage, and we are actually engaging other different institutions to see how we can create opportunities. We were in Ivory Coast of recent. We managed to meet few other teams, and we haven't finalized any talk yet, so we can't officially announce it. But we want to see how the teams can be going for some training session, maybe in Ivory Coast, in Monrovia, and other places to develop them properly. Maybe places like Yamoussoukro, where I went to, or even Ima, to see how we can develop them properly. So there's a big dream, and we will count on all of you, your support, to see how we can achieve it. Not only financial support, your moral support, your technical support, and any other support you can give for us to be able to run the institution.
Yeah, thank you. So we can move on to the CEO.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
you're not
We
going to
go to
you're not
CEO.
going to on me now. You're asking all the questions that you want me to ask. But anyway, it's, like you said, you are counting on everyone. Support is not all about money. Sometimes the moral
Yes,
support, even the publicity, our little
yes,
small
yes.
followers will have, our little small platform will have, whatever we can do in our week way, we'll make sure that we support it. As you know, all of us here, we are big fan of football.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know what's your club. Hopefully, you're not a Chelsea fan, but we are all big fan of football. Yeah, and Man U is doing really well
But
lately.
for me, not to call you up, for me, I'm not a fan of a team, but I'm a fan of players.
Yeah,
So for this season, I've been pushing Mbappe to win the Ballon d'Or, even though it's getting tight.
yeah.
So my friend who is a Barca fan, he feels
Uh-huh.
at home like Lamine Yamal. So I can tell you I let Mbappe and Lamine Yamal, he said a lie, not possible.
Let me begin that guy. But anyway, Asek Mimosa, you talked about going to Ivory Coast recently. I grew up in Ivory Coast.
Okay,
Ivory
great.
Coast has that formula where they develop young people. They start from the
Yeah,
very bottom, exactly what you're doing, right?
yeah, yeah,
So you see the Kalu, you see
yeah,
the Yaya Toure, you see the Kolo Toure, you see all those guys. They all came from the football academy, the ASEC Mimosa, ASEC Academy back in the days.
yeah,
Uh, and the way they do theirs, they don't play. I think they have some French background. The ASEC team, and they put a lot of money, a lot of effort into the young
yeah.
people. And if you look around the world, like Ghana, most of the African countries you see developing now, they are mostly following that formula where they
Yes.
invest in the upcoming generation. They put a lot of money into them. In Liberia, we don't see that. And I think what you're doing is laudable. I think everyone, regardless of where we look at it, we should be able to come up. If you are a real true lover of football, this is going to be this
Sure.
something that everyone should be happy about and try to encourage you. And for me personally, I really, really encourage. When I saw it, I said, "This is going to be something great," and I know at the beginning, what he's doing will be great.
Thank
In
you.
Ivory Coast, what ASEC did was they mix it up with school. So when they get the kids from their parents, the parents, their first thing will be, well, you're taking my son, but what happens with school? So like the way you got it, 10 acres or the camp, whatever you will have them, they have school there. I know that's going to probably be the long-term goal. Once you mix it up with school, because they got some kids that can really play, but then their parents will say, well, what if football doesn't work out, right? You carry
Yeah.
my son, they pick him a type of guy, is a baller. You never know what's going to happen in the future. But while he's playing for this academy, I want him to also go to school. When you pair academic with sports and people see success running parallel, the training from what they're picking is smarter. When they're speaking, say you listen to them yourself. Or for, he went to the academy, he went to God's academy, but guess what? He never went to Europe, but now he's serving as XYZ to this place, right? So once you pair those two, trust me, the sky is the limit, and it will be really, really great. I don't have question. I just think that what you're doing is great, and all of us, the youth and sport minister, whoever, or LFA, everyone should even be happy, because what they're supposed to do is what you are doing with your own resources and your own money, and scouting, doing the thing that's supposed to be done. And we all encourage you, we all should encourage you to continue what you're doing. So I don't have questions for you. I just wish you all the best. Let us know how we can help, how we can partner with you in any way, shape, or form. BKS is here. You've been instrumental, in helping us. So it's time for us to give back too. So we are here to support the team in any way, shape, or form. DK was talking about you customizing jersey for him, for he and the BKS team here. So I know I'll let him speak to that. But overall, God's best wishes. But again, we are here. When you have time in the future, you have time, just reach out to us, and anything that we can do to publicize this, just let us know. We have our journalist in Nima there. I talked to you about him. Matthew is our sports journalist. Whenever you're having recruitment or anything like that, just reach out to him, and he will be happy to cover it.
Okay, thank you very much, senior brother. I really appreciate that, and thank you for the support over the years. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. To all the guys that come today, that sports deal, no politics here today. I thought the way you sitting there, you shaking your hand. No.
Thank you so very much for being here tonight. I don't know, the way I thought came now, we almost taking leave of our guests and stuff.
No,
maybe we can
let him make an input. I thought the football player, but
I thought I see a football man.
Yeah, you see that? I make an input.
Man, I midfielder.
Atta, welcome. We have Ambassador Augustus Kwan here tonight. Augustus Kwan is the CEO and founder of the Nima Football Academy, and we are discussing sports. What's your 1 cent on the discussion before we go to him for a parting comment?
Okay. So, Gerald, thank you, CEO. When I get ready to list my profile in sports, CEO, I'm for you. I play a very good football. I play high school football. I play for Ghana Mariners.
You play with DK? You play with DK? DK to what? To Nera? You play for Nima?
Man, no, DK, CEO, DK play for way in B play. In B play. I play for in Ghana. I play for Ghana Mariners. I cap in Ghana Mariners. I took Ghana Mariners to a lot of tournament we won. Then more beside that, CEO, I came to Morovia. I played for St. Joseph Warriors. That was a second division team those days. But guess why I left? Wow. I left St. Joseph Warriors because I have just entered LU and I rushed to leave from class to go practice on the FE with Kadu Pricey. 2002, they put me in tournament. I want to pay my way. I said, well, how can I turn out with other people away and come to school the next morning?
You were ready for that.
So I said, I got to choose education over football. So now that those who left there, they not do well, but I think that was my calculation at the time. But of course, CEO, to admit to you, thank you, you're doing extremely well. This show is making a serious impact, not in our country, but in our country. To bring a Gus here, it means you're doing extremely well. Gus is one person that is doing extremely well. I'm following a lot. I'm one of the promoters of a Gus in our country when it comes to the sport wear. Yeah, the sport wear. I'm one of the promoters. Yeah, I'm one person who can promote a Gus a lot. Gus is doing well. Gus is not only promoting himself, he's not only promoting sport, but Gus is also promoting Nima. When you hear people wearing Nima jersey on a larger scales in Monrovia or in Liberia, in Canterville, it is a Gus that started. So Gus is doing well. I follow the academy today. I follow it when the youth and sport minister went there. I follow it yesterday. I follow it. He's doing well. And I hope that all of us can join hands together to see how we can help him to make it better. Because the children there tomorrow when they leave from the academy, tomorrow they play for Barcelona, Real Madrid, my own Manchester United. The biggest dream, the biggest statement is that they came from Nima Sport Academy. So that will be boost to our country and their Gus. So God is doing well. And God, you're doing well. Continue.
You got 3 Manchester United fan here now.
Yeah, with Tackwater. So
you're on that team, man.
You're welcome to Champions League, by the way.
So see you. I hope I will create another opportunity to bring a Gus back so that
we'll bring back. I will call him because
he's doing extremely well.
Because there's a lot of information we got to get out, and then this is important. Our platform, we are not just politics, right? We want to mix it up. Another thing. So DK
I
will
mean,
not wait.
I had question for God. What the thing coming back?
Look, the beginning, we'll
May-
try to bring
The
him back next
network.
time.
So we have to bring him. I don't know.
we will try
Yeah,
to
that
reach out.
begin, not only doing well. How about begin get connected together with BB years to make a veteran for that can't meet? Well, look, that the owner quite a lot of where you get it from? Look, when you see a girl after they involved with buying our begin just that I think they can go for. When I begin release that thing, look, I quite a lot they ain't get a quarter of get we want to hold there. That begin terrible.
So I think we could contact him and he do a reappearance on Saturday where you'll be in a better position. It will be because
Yeah, so CEO, maybe you can call him while we still on the show, and let's try to reschedule him. Again, Gus is doing extremely well, not only in sports, but Gus is doing well humanitarianly. Gus is also doing pretty well, and Gus is somebody that I've known for a very long time from Sunny Cole from Radio Nima days. Gus has been there, and he's intentional about everything that he do. It's not like some of us that we take one responsibility from this side, we add it to this one, we start to carry all those heavy things, not thinking of how they will succeed. But from what I know of Gus is that he takes things step by step. At first, it was the Guans Foundation. He was involved with dividing coffee bowls, pencil, and stuff. And then after that, he moved into the Spelling Bee, still with the Guans Foundation. And now he has the last post where he's doing pretty well too, as well. I think he modernized the Liberian jersey. He modernized it to the extent that when you see some of the quality that he produces nowadays, you fall in love with them immediately. So he's doing extremely well. He's doing very, very well. And I'm very, very optimistic. I'm of the strongest conviction that this football academy is something that he has planned and he's intentional about it. He will definitely make Nima football to be out there, because all of these things we're saying or complaining here and there, that sometimes we go for justification, people do pick and choose, people do all of these things. When you have authentic football academy in the county,
Yeah.
that
So
people know them, you don't need to worry again about you going here and there for all of those things to say, oh, you're going to justify, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You go strictly to those counties. I remember, I think 2020 or 20, yeah, somewhere around 2019, 2020, when Mr. Thomas F. Flop made the recommendation that we need to at least have like a dormitory for the Nima team where we can keep one set of team for at least 3 seasons before we get rid of them and bring on another batch of people. Then we get to know who are these people. Then not after they contact me, we throw them outside. Then when they contact me coming, we go to them. We don't even know whether they are practicing. We don't even know their well-being. We don't even know how they are doing. So we must modernize football. And I think he's doing extremely well. I'm very proud of him. Number one, DJ Gus. The man that taught us the badger DJ and stuff. Gus is doing well. CEO, like I said earlier, he's like you, He's like you. He takes humanity over himself. Sometimes God, maybe you see God working, you say, man, I'm hungry. With the last money you get in your pocket, he will take it, give it to you. So that's the kind of person that God is, and I think he's doing wonderful.
thank you.
Over to you, CEO.
Yeah, my man. So I thought I'd say how to get you on the weekends. So the CLT giving that G. CLT say, CEO, I'm sorry. You can get out there from Monday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Umalia will go. So I don't know how true that is, but we'll talk that one behind the scene. But overall, it has been a great show. We'll bring him back. I'll try to see if we can get him back tomorrow or Saturday. But Sunday, I don't know if you guys have been following. Sunday will be a big show. We're having the Nima gurus on here on our platform. We got Senator Koga, Honorability, Councillor Garrison Yelu, Honorable Doug Cooper, Honorable Alexander Swa Senior, and then Honorable T. Monoke Fangalo. We'll be discussing Nimba unity. We'll leave it as that. When they come here, they will take their side. They will tell us where they are and where we should go, why they believe in where they are. So let's be on here. Let's try to share it. Let's try to let the other people know it's going to be a great show. That's why we are here for, to be able to discuss Nimba. But overall, it has been a great show. We'll bring Gus back. And when he gets back next week, that's it, tomorrow, day after, will be a good show. What's on my mind? I just saw a news on here. I think I don't know if you guys can confirm that, but it's on OKFM. I like it though. Is it a Senate tonight? I think they had that section, right? They were able to approve. They were able to increase the budget that they had for the military in the supplementary budget from 600,000 to 3.5 million. If that's the case, then that's really good, because for the I think the recruitment, other stuff, that 600,000 was just too low. It was too low for any serious recruitment process to happen. So if that's confirmed, that would be a really great deal, and I'm really impressed and happy about that news. So that's why on my mind. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place, to be able to continue our show. So yeah, I think that's it for now. I'll stop there and let the other guys take over.
Thank you. While we go to the other folks to chip in there and then give their parting comment before we leave, like the CEO said, the money that was approved for the military today is 3.5 million. We are speaking United States dollars. I don't know whether it's United States dollars, but here is it. Here is where the saga appears. Now, the House of Representatives, they passed the budget, but OKFM is reporting that when the communication were received, when the House of Representatives, they didn't submit a copy of the budget to the Senate, but the Senate acted solely based on the communication they received from the House of Representatives. We'll try to play the full audio here tomorrow on the show, and then we'll be able to dive into this too as well. A lot to be discussed here, and I'm really, really happy for the military. Another thing all of us need to watch out for is whether the money will be used for its internal purpose. I listened to, I think, the ombudsman, one of the ombudsmen, someone working in the ombudsman office, he said the government is going around indicting people, but they are not prosecuting these people, especially for corruption. He mentioned the asset recovery team. Say these people, they've been going around, telling these people, say, oh, the property not for you, they want for the government, this one for the government. But the government is not doing much to prosecute these people. And I think this is where the government needs to come in. This is where we citizens need to recommend to the government that you need to take action in these places. And let's try to recover some of those property that belong to the librarian, the librarian properly, But finally, what's on my mind is the Guinea border. What's up with the government? What is going on? You guys that know people from Lofa County, I want to ask you this question tonight. Have the Guineans left the border now? Finally, have the military left the border? Have our people that the government said they were displaced, have they gone back? What is the status of the guy who was shot in the leg? What's happening? Ato, over to you, Chief. After you, will go to DK, the incoming vice president for UNICO, and then Siawete will take us home.
The passage of the budget, and like the CEO said, the army was increased to 3 million. Is right, but a matter of fact, I was just following it before. On my way coming, I followed the both sessions. I followed when it was passing, and I went to the Senate concord. The budget in totality was increased to 53 million from 45 to 53 million. So you see the disparity and all the difference in increment. So the total budget, the Senate concord way to now the House pass and the Senate concord is 53 million. And if you retrospect, you know that the president Senate at 45. So it's 53 million. And I agree with you. I agree with you, John, that we hope to see a total accountability from the defense ministry. Although they have accountability, but we need a continuation, or we need more information about accountability because CEO, the budget that was just passed, that the initial amount placed there by the executive for the army, 600,000.
600,000.
is, yeah, that's 600,000. That 600,000 CEO. Somebody would say it's small, but it's not, in my mind. It's not small because it's just a supplementary budget. It's not a total budget for 2026. It's just a supplementary. It's just an addition. Additionally, people are paying 15, around 15, 11, 12 to 15 million. So that's 600,000 is just additional to them. Now that they are making 3 million, which is perfect. So DeLong, one senator that said that we are giving the army sufficient money, but I will argue that money should be increased. But while I'm arguing, I'm also conscious then that there must be accountability at the core.
Right.
Yeah, accountability at the core. So I agree. On that basis. And the second thing is that, you said the right there as per your question. The army, the Guinean soldiers have left the Korombonin Buller. The Korombonin Buller is a Loma, Pele, and Mandingo, predominant Mandingo area in Lofa, where is the Korombonin, where the former United Party funding Senate Barrel comes from. Is the Korombonin Buller. They are left there in totality. Where you can remember, where you saw the video or the photo with the cornerstone. They are left on that place. Now the Solomon border, they are still at the Solomon border, but they are there in Can. As a result, they are Caners. Our people, they display that left from Solomon and went to Foya because from Solomon from Solomon to Foya is about a 45-minute drive. But the display have gone back because the army, they are there, they just at the point, but they are there in Can. While the matter conversation is going on, I'm told by my information, I'm not too sure about it, but I'm told that there should be an ECOWAS summit in Ivory Coast next month that will seal the entire deal and close it up, and the guys will leave. That ECOWAS summit, I mean not ECOWAS, but Mana River Union summit will be in Ivory Coast next month, and that will seal the entire deal, and the guy will leave. They are staying to the Sunumo area, but they are there in quietude and in calm. As a result of that, our people have gone back to the extent that our Electoral Privacy, the government agency responsible for repatriation and the rest of it, they went there. They even gave to them. Yeah, they went there. Even gave material. They gave them food. They gave them mattresses. They gave them clothes. Yeah, and the rest of the essential material they gave to them at the Solomon border where they used to live. So they gone back there. But besides that, the LTA, the Liberia Telecommunication Authority, also went to the Solomon border and also even erected Starlink there, giving our security people there the opportunity to have access to internet because that place is called off totally. They do not have Orange. They do not have Lone Star to even communicate. Yeah, to even say SMS. They are not had that opportunity. So the first time in history for internet to go there is the LTA that carries Starlink there. So Khan has returned to that border, like you asked, Khan has returned there, and we look forward to the Mana River Union summit in Ivory Coast to bring total close to the entire situation at the borders in Lofa. But as to where
Thank you very much.
we have.
Thank you. Before you close, I want to ask you this. Do you think the government is doing well when it comes to informing the citizen about the unfolding in the area?
Yeah. I think to a certain extent the government is doing because the issue there.
So when was the last time? Let me ask you this then. When was the last time that the government ever released a statement, maybe from the Ministry of Information or the Executive Management page, informing the Liberian citizen about the unfolding in the area? When was the last time they did it?
The last time was about 2 weeks ago when LTA went there. And LTA did not just go there. Alone. LTA went there with a lot of government operative, and when they went there, Ministry of Information provided information to the public. And when they provided
the information that was they have carried the information that the Ministry of Information provided to the public was they have carried Starlink in the area, and it is the first time for Starlink to go to the place.
I come in Starlink there and can't have restored to the extent how people are returned. They provided information.
No, I think I had it. I think I had a
I
communication
coming
here. I think you have
you got
it.
it. Yeah, and more besides that coming out, Gerald. That thing is a national security issue. You gotta be careful. The government gotta be careful as to what kind of information they should provide. Because opposition and other political pundits have used that situation to get their own side as to how they understand how government should approach it. So government is a bit careful as to how you provide information to the public. When you provide information to the public, it should be a new information, new update, what's the latest development. But the bigger thing is I can't restore there and our people living there in peace. The school, there's
Thank
even the school that open at the border, the school reopen. They even announce it.
Thank you very much again. That's it. I like the way you put it, but for me, I was not in favor of the LTA idea. It should be a shame on them that they are regulating GSM companies in the country, not only at the Solomon port of entry, but almost all of the rural places in Liberia. You don't find, internet. You don't find even network to call in this century that we're living in. But you got Lone Star, you got Orange. Those people are there. We still suffer with those things, and you carry Starlink, and the Ministry of Information start to carry around as if that thing was a news or something. It's terrible, man. DK, welcome.
My man, I've been here. Don't welcome me. Okay. Yeah, they begin,
Man, see everything
yeah, they begin,
I'm
they begin, get-
you.
they begin can be putting our less so you can get something out of us. But you now know that we are trained for other things. Yeah, so I think the discussion was good. I'm still interested in Augustine. That, to be frank, I begin to come and explain. I begin to come. When I say other can live, but I can photo them other than can see on the internet, they go crazy. Yeah, so yes, Augustine to come back. I get a lot of questions for him, particularly when it comes to the advertisement, how he do his selections and everything. That's my interest. That's my interest. Lastly, one of the things I really wanted to recommend to him is the social media, Facebook, YouTube, all the social media handler are really doing well. I mean, I'm following one Ghanaian guy. They call him Gusha. He's in collaboration with one Zambian journalist. Oh, about almost like went to a week. Both kids are making headway. So you need to get in contact with one influential like the Watermiller, the Gushers, all those guys in the West African region. There are some influential guys in West Africa that are using the social media that really marketing a lot of things to bring spotlight because he got somebody that Watermiller and everybody visiting our economy, they will blow it up and we will have the kind of attention we need. So whatever way that we can help him to do that, we can do that. I really appreciate all the work he's doing. For me today, I will not be in your politics. The library is an everyday thing. I know every day there's an issue that they said the president used. The people are wrong with it. Now it's continuing there, now it's dying down. So in Liberia, they will take things that the higher they run for a 3 day and that. So we need to focus on different things. I know our society has been so used to politics to the extent that if you want to talk about education, for example, to compare your education system with Sierra Leone, for example, our neighbor Sierra Leone, there are schools in Sierra Leone, government school and everything, that the kids there now use computer. Those are things that all the talk show hosts, the social media talk shows and everything need to highlight for our country. But you know what? They will, I can't agree with the thing on a page. President, we were doing this. Blanca said they were throwing stone. So our society is so lost to the extent that things that are meaningful to us, people don't highlight it. The Ghost, for example, a spoon is actually you and not looking for the everyday yo thing. Say, okay, Ghost, tell them, let's highlight what you're doing, like we are done to him. So those are awareness that we need to create in our country. There are African countries, they still do politics, but they highlight a lot of things. They were making reference to Bushers and now Lenian Gay. they are actually using the both countries. Hey, ready? They actually using the both countries, Ghana and Zambia, to really create awareness for tourist visit. We have the tourism authority. So they came out with Akobo, the entertainment, all that thing. They will not hear nothing. How are they attracting other influential African young people to highlight the image of our countries? They are not doing that. The politicians are taking things from them to be running away every day. Most of them are sending their children to Ghana, to Uganda, to Kenya, everywhere to go to school. Because our system is not equipped to even prepare their children. Those are things that we need to highlight. The Ministry of Defense budget, this one budget. Our problem in Liberia is education, ignorance. When we educate our society, people will go to the bank, they will not have to wait in long line. The teller will be there to do their job because they know that, oh yeah, I'm here for 8 hours, I have to take care of those people. But because of lack of education, everybody teller go there, they want for somebody to get there, oh, you will rent 10,000, yeah, let me get someone at 125 or 250 daily. So because of that, they create the unnecessary tension at the bank for people to give them money. A lot of things that we need to talk about in our society to make our country great than the everyday politics. Oh yeah, what cut that? Oh yeah, cut that feeling without gap. Oh, those are you who want to create. So we need to educate our people to really focus on meaningful things that will help our country. Other than that, we'll be in our same future cycle all the time, year after year after year. We'll be doing things the same way. There are hospitals in our country, and when you take patients there, that they have to ask them to go buy Nino. How can we highlight some of those things? We don't talk about them until there's incident in JFK. There's no medical record for anybody in Liberia to say this patient visited Bapolu, and so the person is going Sanikole to the JW Harley Hospital. That they will pull your information from Bapolu and say, oh, yesterday you had malaria, your pressure was this, your temperature was this. They just pull it up and start treating you like that. Those are education we need to create for Liberia. A lot of things in our country is way in the 80s, while the people are way ahead of us. They now go to the moon. They came back, the people that came from the moon, they with their family. They're doing so many things, but we are still behind that. There are places in Liberia that don't know that people been to the moon. Liberia is at a stage that nobody knows that people been to the moon. But you know what? We'll talk about Yeke. We'll talk about, Prophet Key. We just talk about unnecessary things. So I just want we want to focus on certain things here. They focus on it when we bring a politician. They thought that politics, they go. So that all I will say, I'm really impressed with Peking Goss. With everything he continued to do, I wish him well, and whatever contact God can give him, whatever way international contact they can give him to make that play the best for us, so that we too, that have kids, family, relative, we can send them there, at least so they can make the impact everybody making around us in West Africa. That all I will say, after if you have any idea of how God is doing the recruitment, for a photo shoot. The people who doing that photo shoot when they can't meet, they can't meet a person. They get any idea. You know, I ask my begin charity because I begin telling that Deacon there. You don't need that. You know, charity like eating commune regularly. So that commune begin there, we can go after him.
Why you commune? Who told you? Why you won't screen somebody on commune now?
Oh my. Okay, you didn't come here and make comment.
Thank you so much, DJ Siaote. Take us home. My man Chris is in the back. Chris, join us tomorrow, my brother.
Bring the man on. I know why you.
No, Siaote, I'm writing my paper these days.
Yeah, but
Chris, my man will give you 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah, John.
Okay, I'll get it tomorrow. Okay.
Man, your audio is bad.
I am joking. I am joking. You able to talk now? That man driving. Seventy talk. That man driving.
Yeah, so I mean, the guest today, he did his best. You know, he's one person. He's one of those determined young men from Nimba. You know, sometimes in life, like Gion said, when you believe in yourself, self-esteem, and having passion for certain thing, and you pray about it, you also get along. I know Gus over the years from Ganta, Senikole in between, and then later on came to Morovia, came to the UMU, and then he flew to China. You know, when he went to China, came back, he established that business. So I think what has happened to most of our friends or our brothers who are going to China, it also expand, the knowledge about business. That happened over the years. You see that, you see Yeke, you see God, you see Moses, the rest of the guys. So is and all of these guys I'm calling them, they are all from Nima right there. So it's an inspiration for many young people that people will come from our community from the grassroots level, to reach that level to reach that level. And another thing too is trust. That's why I see, because if you are not being trustworthy, I don't think people are going to invest into him, because he did not just wake up and start to do that business. He started that business on a very low scale, and then today he has reached to that level. So I give it all to him. We are in prayer with him. Like he said, whatsoever level, what the level of support we can give in our weak way, we will do. I mean, he's a brilliant young man. We hope that we will bring him on Saturday, at least to be so we can go deeper into, because there are a lot of things I personally wanted to get to, but we could not because of the network. Because all of these things, Liberia got its own way of frustrating people. That's one. Sometimes even people who are in authority, whether from the LFA, whether from government, whether even people who you are even, striving for, they also discourage you. But I mean, when people don't know the reason behind your dream, sometimes they kill the dream. But from what I've seen him doing over the years as a young boy, as a young man coming up, I think he has done his best. And I'm very proud of him as a young brother to see someone coming from a grassroots level. And I think almost every president awarded, man, the gentleman football brand, that last sport, I've seen it on former president. We are most of our minister, I mean, he come out the entire fan jersey stuff in Liberia, because like he said, he just used to do it on a low scale. But now you can just call God, you say, oh man, I want this. In less than 30 minutes, once you get there, everything will be set. And he got a very good customer service, because I was in, I think 2022, I was out. I just texted him, my wife and myself information. I told him I wanted by this time. Before, as soon as I got in Liberia, it was all set, because I needed to wear that jersey to go on the field. And you know how we Nimbaians, are always, I don't care, almost every semester, every country mid-season, we must get, new jersey. Whether Prince Johnson burial, we printed another jersey again. So I mean, he's a very innovative young man. I think that's one of the things, many young people need to learn. Besides that is trust, because I know people invested into him. If you're not sure what it by now, you won't have that expansion by now. So I mean, on the overall, it's good. For me, what I want to say, like you asked Arthur, I don't know whether I should dive into it, but when you say it's a shame, Gion, the first thing before you even move, the first thing what is happening that most are done some reading on what has actually limited our chances as a country, to get some of the investment will take time, is that Liberia, one of the things that is suffering is the issue of the population. Look, if you look at country, the Rwanda right now, they are in 13 point some more million. Liberia is just around 5 million. That does not, and need to get a fact that we need development, but gradually, because before you invest into a country, we are discussing private sector. Those are private sector investment. So if this man is carrying, maybe they assume orange. If he's carrying orange to Bipley, what's the catchment population? He's moving to orange. Orange is moving to BRT, for example, right, or Bipley. How many person is there to use orange? The first thing, if the man is carrying generator, you'll be fueling the generator, you'll be fueling maintenance and everything will go on. So before they even move to those places, there are a lot of things they can do. So I mean, I'm not saying this to give excuse, but a lot of technical, assessment that are done, even the investment portfolio and all of that before the people move. Gradually, it will happen because Starlink now is almost like a satellite, how you call it, satellite stuff. So you even see on some people car in the country. So most time, that's how it is. So, but gradually we'll get there. But I think even to get internet in a place is welcoming. And as a matter of fact, the security, once the people at how you call the Kwadu Bonisa left, hello, once the people from Kwadu Bonisa left, why else? The people from Solomba and other places, for our intent or our quest is for the people to leave. And that's a diplomatic discussion. And we know what people expected to happen. It won't, because we know the history of our country. We know what has happened over the years. So, I mean, people want the president to handle the situation on the amateur level. Because we fought war, we know what war, when you go to war, what are the discussion? Today, we are not redeemed. Up till now, we are not being redeemed from the scalp that we went through in that country. Everything we're saying, like, bro, went through 14 years of civil war, 14 years of civil war. So that shows how our country, we even as a people, our minds are not developed. Then one more, you go back to another conflict. I mean, it will be terrible. So for me, I'll give it all to the president and the government on how he's handling, the situation there. The politics will be played, but at the end of the day, what we want is peace and stability. So I mean, it's good. Sorry that I didn't send you the guest for tomorrow. Tomorrow we are hosting Mark. I don't know whether you know Mark there. John, you getting me? Yeah. So I was sending it to you, but I mean, when you reach my time. So tomorrow we are hosting Mark, because we know we're hosting a very huge political forum on Sunday. So we want to spice it a little bit with sport and entertainment or talent creation, so that on Sunday we'll have the blast. So we'll get the founder and CEO of Nima Got Talent and Gompa FC, the guy who got a Gompa FC. He will be here tomorrow. He will be with us tomorrow by 9. And then Saturday, hopefully now we'll get Gus. Then Sunday will be the D-Day. So that's it. I will send a full information to you so that we can do the post. So thank you. Thank you for hosting us tonight. I thought we hope we'll see you from now to Sunday, because we'll have a very huge, show from now to Sunday. So we hope to see you.
Yeah. I'll be.
Thank you so much, Big Brother
Atta.
Atta. Thank you very much for being here tonight, Siawete. Thank you, Big Brother Atta. Thank you to the CEO. Thank you to DK, and thank you to our followers who have also been following us on Facebook, and those of you who have also been listening to us live radio Wednesday. Thank you for following the show tonight. It's been a wonderful conversation. See you guys tomorrow. Have a pleasant good evening from my end.
Thank you.
Thank you.